Recently, I was reading a Reddit thread about players who would have played better in a different era. One of the names that kept popping up was Allen Iverson, who many were saying would play better in the modern day due to the spacing and shooting we have in today's game. Plus, he'd be playing alongside Joel Embiid and James Harden, which is definitely a bonus. Let's put that to the test, though, and see how well AI's game would translate to 2023. Okay, so as mentioned, the goal here is to put Allen Iverson on the modern day Philadelphia 76ers because I was reading some stuff recently about how AI is one of those players that would probably do a lot better nowadays. I don't know if that is really true, but I guess we're going to find out here. The idea, of course, is that with spacing and stuff, and also just, having Joel Embiid and James Harden around him will make him a lot better. But I think it could work. He has replaced Maxey. Maxey is no longer in the league. So if you're a big Tyrese Maxey fan, I apologize. But this is the team that's going to start the season. They could make changes. Of course, I'm not in charge of them. I'm controlling the Hornets as always. So they could make changes. I have Mac McClung here. But yeah, so we'll just see how it goes, and I will see you at the end of the season. Okay, so with AI here, he does not win the MVP. Instead, it is Luka, averaging nearly a triple-double behind 35.5 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 10.4 assists. So quite the season for Mr. Doncic. Jalen Duren is your Rookie of the Year. Of course, AI is not a rookie because, I don't know if I said this up top, but basically what I did is I took his version from 2000-2001, which technically I believe would be his version from the very first 2K, which he was the cover athlete of, so I felt that was fitting. It's also, I think, the season Philadelphia played LA in the finals, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me. So he is not a rookie. He's 25 years old. You probably noticed that up top, but I just wanted to point it out in case you missed it. So he's not going to win Rookie of the Year or like Most Improved or anything like that. He'll just be a normal player. Cameron Payne is your sixth man. Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year. He also has a pretty disgusting season, 27, 12, and 2 blocks per game. Sengun is Most Improved. Quinn Snyder and Tyler Jameson. I like when they have actual coach pictures in here because a lot of times you get really weird players. Also 67 and 13, that's pretty solid. We'll have to see who that is. Okay, so All-NBA First Team is your usual suspects. I guess maybe you would think maybe LeBron might be up there, but he's old at this point. AI does make second team All-NBA. Can we just see his stats real quick just while we're wrong one? While we're here. Okay, so it has him skipping from 99, 2000 to now. Okay, so a very good year, 28 and 8, almost 3 steals a game too, so very good for him. He's shooting a very high percentage from 3, as you'll see here. Like he was around like a 300, 350 shooter. Now he's 45, which could be indicative of he's taking more 3-pointers. So, not since 97, but he's taking more than last year. So I guess it could be indicative of him playing, the kind of game we play now. So that's a good to see. You love to see that. And then let's just look really quickly at Joel Embiid as well. Embiid 27, so his points are down, but his rebounds are still high. Blocks are still high. So they're forming quite the duo so far out of the gate, which is to be expected. It would be great to see Harden up here. He is not. Oh, he is. James Harden. How is his scoring? His scoring has been about the same. Of course, obviously, like since back in the day, it has dropped off quite a bit. But from last year is pretty similar. The big thing here is he's staying healthy because Harden is getting up there. I say as someone who is actually older than him, but he did play all 82 games, so that is good. Okay, Allen Iverson does make first team all defensive team, which makes sense considering he had almost 3 steals a game. Very good for him. What about, so nobody else from the team. Any rookies? We're looking for who? The Sixers, that's correct. Okay. Chet, love to see that. Jalen Duren, very, very forward heavy here. 3 centers, 2 forwards. No, not a single guard. Nope, there's only 1 guard made the entire list. That is, okay. All right, so let's see. Where is Philly? Philly is the 2 seed, and as usual, I don't know how this is. 2K, look. Can we look at this Atlanta team? Because look, they are not that good. This Atlanta team somehow always is winning championships in this year, which I believe. So yeah, we're in 2023 technically, and they're always competing for a championship, which is just flummoxing. Detroit is up here. Well, that's a thing to pay attention to, actually. Okay, Denver's the 5 seed, so they're not quite as good as they were in real life. Did OKC make the playoffs? No. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, sim the play in. Let's see who we're playing. So we're playing Chicago. Who has who? Whoops, wrong team. Here we go. Who does Chicago have? Okay, now Georges Niang is our. Why is like Montrez not playing? That's odd. Why is he getting minutes over some of the other guys? Anyways, okay, I'm not in charge of the depth chart. Also funny that AI is playing shooting guard when he's 5 inches shorter, I think, than James Harden. I'm sure they just switch back and forth at will. So they probably should beat this team. Now here's something to note is that I did see a lot of people saying in the same thread about would AI be super good at in the current modern age, saying that DeMar DeRozan is the kind of player who would be good in almost any era, which is true of like LeBron, obviously, but I think DeMar DeRozan is an interesting case, which maybe we'll do that someday. Bringing a player backward is much harder than bringing them forward because basically, like, I would basically have to pick a player, recreate them as DeMar DeRozan, and it wouldn't look like DeMar DeRozan, but that might be something we do in the future. I mean, we're getting close-ish to 2K24, so we'll have a lot of new things happening then, I'm sure. Okay, let's sim through this first round. Can Philly make it out? They do. Philly is out of the first round. That's good. They play Boston, so we're going to sim through this because this shouldn't be that tough of a game for them. I mean, I say that. They do have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart has not left to go to Memphis just yet, which I guess is probably because, I mean, in hopefully in the digital world, Jaw's not flashing any guns at anybody. Okay, let's sim through this round. Oh, actually, it was relatively close. Okay, so the Phillies are playing Atlanta. Interestingly, LA and Memphis are the ones coming through. It's not that interesting that Memphis is coming through. It's a bit interesting. I feel like LA is not that good in 2K usually. I feel like they kind of underperform. Okay, let's go a little slowly. If it gets close, I had someone suggest we do the Simcast live. So we will Simcast live if it gets close, but right now it looks like that's not going to happen. In fact, it looks like Atlanta somehow, look at this Atlanta team. How in the world is this Atlanta team about to sweep? Oh, AI's hurt. Oh, that's a big problem. He's still 86 overall, though. He should just play. How are they about to? I mean, I get it, but they have Sadiq Bey guarding him, so it's not even that big of a difference. I mean, like, Trae Young, I was going to say Trae Young has no shot against James Harden, but also James Harden as a defender, no shot really against Trae Young either. But are you kidding me? Joel Embiid is going to eat Clint Capella alive. This is a surprising and unfortunate. Okay, we got a game back. Okay, come on. All right, if it goes to game 7, we'll watch it. It's game 7. Okay, let's watch this thing. This is quicker. Yeah, we want to do quick. I don't want to... what? Yeah, simulate them. I don't care. Okay, let's sim this game up. Let's see how this goes. Okay. We want to go... We're at fast, so we'll go to... Can we go to very fast? Oh, this is very fast. Okay, that's a little too quick. Okay, so Philly's looking good. Can we do box score? I can't switch without... Hold on. Can we switch to box score? Oh, you can't do it and also watch. Oh, that's annoying. I would love to be able to, like, see, their stats as we're going, but unfortunately... I mean, James Harden having himself a game, okay. Still no AI, though. Okay, so we'll continue the simulation. We're going to go a little slow. We'll speed it up here. We'll go a little slowly in the fourth quarter, maybe. Okay, that's not quite the fourth quarter. I don't want to go too fast. Okay. Oh, this is a blowout. We're winning by 20. We'll sim a little faster. Oh, yeah, this is over. It's over. We're just going to go fastest. Okay, easily through. Return to calendar. Perfect. Okay, so Philly is through. They're playing the Lakers. Now, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to check real quick and see if he's going to be healthy, if AI is going to be healthy. Because if AI is healthy, he will... I think he could... this could be tough. This is a tough matchup, right? Because, I mean, not that AI is like... Him being small is that big of a deal, but both of these are fairly large guards. So he can't hide as much as he maybe could have in some of the earlier rounds. Okay, let's... not there... League news, injury report. We care about Philly. Oh, my God, they both have... He's out for the season. Oh, no. AI's out for the season? That's terrible. Ugh, that sucks. Okay, well, we'll still go through this we'll go through this slowly but surely. All right, we're bringing it back. Come on, guys. 1-1 for AI. He might be out, but No, the Lakers, the LA Lakers. LeBron gets another championship. I do think if he had stayed healthy, and I know some people in the comments have said that they want to do no injuries ever. I just don't find that realistic. You know, I think like sometimes it calls for it. Sometimes we do saves like that where it makes sense. But in normal saves, I would prefer to keep it as real as possible, which is also why I don't usually like force teams to stay together. Although I do sometimes, like I did, you know, I kept all the baby Thunders together. You know, KD, Russell, James Harden, and Serge. I did that. You know, we've done some other ones like that, but I don't know. I guess I just have to maybe I'll be a little bit more lenient on that in the future. But I don't think the injury one I'm going to take away unless it is calls for it for the save. So like if I do a, you know, what if such and such had never been injured, then of course we'll take away injuries. But for the most part, we're not going to do that. I may be a bit more lenient with like bringing players back to keep them together. You know, like maybe we'll do that in this save. Who knows? Well, let's see. We're here already. I've been waffling so much. We can see if James Harden left. He did not. James Harden is here for 4 years. He re-signed for 4 years. Wow. Okay. Tobias Harris sticks around as well. He might have not been on a 1-year contract. Jay Crowder shows up. Okay. So they've got some size, actually. That's pretty good. Paul Reed, young, decent. How's his potential's okay. Pat Bev is on the squad now, so they're going to have a nasty defense. No Mac McClung, unfortunately. But yeah, this team looks pretty solid. Really quickly, we can see if there's been any big movements. It doesn't look like anything. Usually after the first season, there's not much happening. But sometimes you get a little something, like Dame did not leave, which is probably about to happen in real life. Actually, that's a monster contract. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything else is happening. So let's go ahead and sim to the end of the season. And I will see you then. How does this keep happening? Every time I do a save in the modern era, Darius Garland in the year 2 wins an MVP, and I mean, look, he's a very good player. I do not think he's going to be a 30-point scorer. Look, I mean, maybe I'm going to be wrong. Maybe he already is a 30-point scorer. I actually don't know much about Darius. He has not been. Yeah, okay. I know who Darius Garland is, obviously, but I don't know his game that super well because I'm going to be honest, I don't watch a lot of Cavs. But yeah, okay. And the rookie of the year, of course, is Wembanyama. He goes for the Kings in this save. Scoot Henderson is the 6th man of the year for the Jazz as a rookie. Great. Giannis, defensive player of the year again. Jaden Ivey, most improved. So you'd like to see that if you were a Detroit fan. JB Bickerstaff gets coach of the year. Brandon Harrison is the executive of the year. Okay. No one from our team is on the first team yet. Again, do they make second team? James Harden and Joel Embiid make second team this time. So that should be interesting. Let's just check. I want to check like games because that's the important thing, right? Is are they playing the game? So look at LeBron. Look at this old man, 39 years old. 39 years young, excuse me. Did he play every game? Did my man play? He played all 82 games. My man, come on. Look at this. 5 triple-doubles at 39? Come on now. That is ridiculous. Okay, so Embiid's numbers are down. He's 30 now. His career is basically over. That's a joke. No. Oh, okay, so no AI. We'll have to check. Maybe. Okay, here he is. We'll check his stats. He's rested. That's good. His scoring's down. Assists are up, though. 3-point percentage is down. Did he play every game? He did not. So he has been hurt a little bit this year. Maybe they're doing a little bit of load management with him. Who knows after last year's playoffs. Okay, and then, okay. Like to see that. Chet as well. Very good. Chet and Jaren making the team. Great. Okay. Also, Nicholas Claxton. Okay, sir. Good for you, sir. Wembanyama, of course, on the rookie team. Most of these guys make sense. No Amen, though, which is, that's a tough Thanksgiving. I guess it'd be next Thanksgiving because they wouldn't know it this Thanksgiving. Okay, here we go. OKC's a 1 seed. Oh my God. Oh man, that would be. Oh, I hope this happens in real life. Please let this happen. Now Chet is hurt. Jalen is hurt as well. But still, a man can dream that this will be true one day. Look at Poku's face. Why did they pick this picture for him? Oh my God, what a squad. I would love it. Okay. Oh, and they got Brandon Miller in this save. Instead of, who do they get in real life? Oh God, why am I blanking? Why am I blanking who the Thunder got? So they must have been really terrible last year because he was the number 2 pick this year. Now I'm not saying he would have been the number 2 pick in this save, but oh my, it's happening. It's happening again. Sorry, I came off that, but yeah. So Brandon Miller was the 2 pick in real life. I'm guessing Scoot was probably the actual number 2 pick in this. He played for the Jazz. Did the Jazz make the playoffs? They're on the other side. No, they're not. They're on this side. Okay, so the Jazz did not make the playoffs. So, but the Kings did with Victor. Victor doesn't even start. He's not even starting. He can't get over Keegan Murray apparently. Okay. Anyways. All right. Let's sim through the play-ins, and then we will see. So we get Miami, Cleveland again. This team always they turn into a mini dynasty. This happens every time I do a save in this era because Donovan Mitchell doesn't leave, and so him and Darius Garland just start destroying the rest of the league. Now it would be nice if that could happen with James and Allen. However, James Harden is 34 years old. Unlike LeBron, he is deteriorating relatively quickly, so that may not happen. All right, let's sim through this first round. They're at least out of the first round. They will have to face Boston, who still has Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. They have Brogdon, Big Al Horford, the Time Lord, Marcus Smart. You know, all the guys you know and love. Oh, New Orleans gets an upset over Golden State back there. That's nice to see. Orlando also over Atlanta. Okay, we'll go slow here. We'll see what happens. Okay, it's close. Come on, boys. Okay, come on. Don't let this happen. Oh, my God, no. Oh. Oh. AI. No. All right, well, dang it. Okay. I do think Glasher was probably their best bet. It's just, oh, my God. Oh, look at this. It's the 80s again. Lakers, Celtics. The Lakers have beaten OKC, Houston, and Memphis. So beating a lot of big seeds. Can they do it again? This is, wow, what a throwback. Okay. Simulate through this. It is, no, the Celtics. So we at least lost to the eventual champion. Jason Tatum, 36 points a game in the finals. What a series from that man. Okay. Well, yeah, so I was really hoping we would get it in the first couple years. Now, here's the thing, right? I will say this. We'll just sum this as we go. I will say this, okay? Yes, has he been as successful in the playoffs in the past? I mean, I guess you could argue he has because AI did make one finals, right? And he lost. So I guess he's been just as successful, although he didn't actually play in this finals. The issue at this point is that he is very good. Like, we'll have to compare his numbers. That'll be the thing we see at the end. I'm just going to auto-generate now because at this point, no one knows who these rookies are. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to get to the end of this save, and we'll have to look at his stats and just compare his 5 years, the 5 years he spent in the league. So he is going down in overall, even though he is only 27. James Harden is falling rapidly. We may see Allen Iverson leave at the end of the season. They did add Willie Hernan-Gomez, good for them, but they've lost. I mean, this team has been rehauled quite a bit. A very different team from what they were just a couple years ago. So that is unfortunate. Hopefully they can make some changes. This franchise seems like it's going in the wrong direction fast. If we can look here, see if there's been any big changes around the league. I am not noticing anything too big, although look at this. NBA 2K is way too high, I think, on Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley. I just don't think, I think they're going to be good, right? Especially like Garland and Mobley. Like, I think they're going to be good. Donovan Mitchell, obviously, I think they are good, but I don't think they're going to all be this great, this fast all together. It just seems, I don't know. Seems weird to me. Who knows? What do I know? Who is that? Anthony Edwards. Oh, that's a big one. Anthony Edwards went to the Spurs. Too bad the Spurs don't have Wembanyama in the safe, or else they'd be in good shape. Okay, Lonzo plays for the Jazz. Anything else? Cade's still there. Nothing else I really notice off the top of my head. DeAndre Ayton goes to play for the Magic. That's quite the tall core there. Sabonis went to the Pelicans. Oh no, that's never mind. I thought that was the Houston Rockets logo for a second, but it's not. Anything else? Oh, and this save, of course, because so I don't. This is not the updated roster, so like Porzingis is still with the Wizards. Stuff like that. Anything? No other big notable things that I'm noticing. So we will go ahead and sim forward. I didn't want to see what Mr. Wembanyama is up to. What is his rating at this point? Wait, I have to have passed him because there's already Scoot. Surely he's not under Scoot. Did I just miss him? I must have missed him. Yeah, he's not also under either the Thompson twins. Where are you, Mr. Wimby? Hello, sir. There he is. 87 overall for the Kings. Okay. Wow. No wonder they got rid of Sabonis. All right, we're going to sim through this season. I think so far it has not been going the way I thought it would go, which was I thought that AI would dominate. He has been very good, though, so we will compare stats at the end. But for now, I'm going to sim through the end of the season. Hopefully we can get some championships. Again, like I think a lot of players are just judged on championship wins when there are some other things that come into the fold, you know, like stat wise and stuff. So we're going to see if Allen Iverson can match up in the modern age as he did in the past, even if he isn't able to win championships. So I will see you at the end of this season. We'll hope he wins one. We'll hope they make the playoffs, but we'll see. They're kind of they're floundering right now. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back to Luka. We're living in Luka's world. 28 points, almost 10. I mean, again, almost triple double, just like the season 2 seasons before. Donovan Clingan, who's made up, gets your Rookie of the Year for Dallas. So he's playing. Look at that. They have the MVP and the Rookie of the Year. That's got to be. Do you think that's ever happened before? I'd have to check. I don't actually know. I'm going to have to look at that up. Okay, so I have looked it up, and I should have known this, of course. I don't know for sure if it's ever happened with two different players. That I can't find because the only results that will pop up are the results for these two guys who won both Rookie of the Year and MVP, and those were, of course, Wilt Chamberlain and Wes Unseld. So those two guys won it, but I don't know if a team has won it, which is, I think, maybe the more interesting way to do it, because obviously, like, you know, if you're the MVP as a rookie, then you're going to win the Rookie of the Year. But if you have a player who is so good enough to win MVP on your team as a rookie, it's kind of surprising that you would already be this good. Although I guess if he plays center, which he does, he's 7'2". Wow. He's a monster. He's also only 77 overall. So this rookie class, maybe not that strong. Amin Thompson, 6th man of the year. Anthony Davis for the Bulls. I didn't notice that. Maybe he got traded. Gets defensive player of the year. Asar? I can't ever remember how to pronounce the name. Asar Thompson. I apologize, Mr. Thompson. 22, 7, and 6 for most improved. And then these guys win that. Okay, on to this. Nobody from us still. Oh my gosh, we have fallen off. Not a single player from our team makes that list. Or Allen Iverson does make this list, which is good to see. So he's on the all-defensive team. Now, was he he was an all-defensive player in real life, was he not? I believe he was a couple times. This actually, Basketball Reference does not give me that stat, so I can't tell you for sure right now, although he was the 3-time steals champion. So that at least I know. Did any of our... Oh, look, there's Bronny. I guess, I thought I auto-generated this class. Why is Bronny here? Okay, sure. Why not? Okay, no else from us. Okay, so let's move on. Did Philly make the playoffs? They did as the 4 seed. Oh, there we go, Detroit. Now look, I'm a big Cade Cunningham fan. We went to the same college. Of course, you know, he was only there for a year. So we never crossed over. Ooh, Jonathan Isaac is on this team too. Interesting. Okay, but you know, I'm a big Cade fan and a massive fan of Bojan and his scary eyes. I love players. Why do they have these guys with their eyes so wide open? It's a weird look. But okay, so Philly is the 4 seed, not looking too hot. I mean, Otto Porter. They do have Emmanuel Quickley, who they must have added in the offseason. And during the season. Caleb Martin, we need him to turn it on and become playoff Caleb Martin. That would be huge for us right now. But yeah, not looking great. Let's just look at AI stats. Okay, everything's down again. I'll tell you right now that I think the big change for AI is going to be his assist numbers, because you can just see, right, in this season, 4.7. I mean, obviously, like back in his early days when he's his rookie year, he had a lot of assists because he wasn't quite as dominant scoring. But just look, I mean, 7, 8, I mean, at least nearly 8 and above every year. And also just, I mean, his steal numbers are incredible. Even if his scoring is not quite as high as it was. Of course, I think like in 01 or 2000 to 2001, I think that was when he scored like 31 plus points per game. So he's not been scoring at that rate, but you know, if he's doing everything else, I don't think it really matters as much. Okay, can we get past Chicago and Anthony Davis? Oh, I just did a game. We have to do the whole round. Oh, it's going to be close. Okay, they got past Chicago. That's good. Okay, we'll sim this one slow because it is against Detroit, and Detroit is the 1 seed. Can we come through this? We got to win, so we're not going to get shut out. Okay, we're ahead. 2-1. Come on, boys. Oh, come on, boys. Let's see this. Let's watch. Yeah. It's fine. Wait. I did the wrong thing. We want to simcast, not simcast live. Here we go. All right, we're going to speed it up until we get to the second half. Looking good so far. Okay, they've come back around. Yeah, it's a back and forth game. Good to see. Okay. All right, we'll go a little faster. Here we go. Okay. All right, we're up by 2. Come on, boys. Moving ahead. Oh, they're closing it back. 3-point game. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Okay, 6-point game. 4 points. 4 points. Ooh, come on, guys. Finish it out. Ooh, okay, we won by 3. The Beards 34 leads the 76ers past the Pistons. Oh my gosh, Jaden Ivey had a monster game. Jalen Duren, 18 and 13. Wow, where is Mr. Cade? Oh, Cade got hurt. Cade must have gotten hurt. That's why, Embiid, no, please. Please, no. Can we see where's his injury? Oh, no. Joel Embiid just remembered Omarosa was like, wonder what she's up to these days. Is still able to reluctant. What is this? Okay, he has a mic. At practice.
We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we're talking about practice. I know I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm supposed to lead by example. I know that.
But AI having a big game. James Harden everybody having a big game. Great games for everybody. This is a little concerning. He's 0 for 2 from 3, but you know, you got to take the good with the bad. 3 steals, 2 blocks. Look, if you're getting blocked by AI, you got some problems, my friends. Okay, so they're through. They're playing Cleveland. Let's sim this round. Oh, no. Okay, good. Oh, I was like, ooh, Wemby's already in the conference finals, but Wemby does not play for San Antonio in this save. It is, who is it? Who do they get? Oh, yeah, Ant. That's right. Okay. All right, let's see how this goes. Philly takes game 1, Cleveland game 2, and game 3, and game 4. Okay, Philly takes game 5, makes it a series. Can they bring it? They cannot best this trio of star-studded talent that 2K loves. They love Evan Mobley so much, and I don't know why. I know why. He's good. He's a good player. But it makes me mad because Cade Cunningham was better. Ant gets conference finals MVP. Who is going to win this series? It is going to be Cleveland. It is coming home to the land. Thank you, Darius Garland. A few years removed from getting MVP, and you have brought a championship to Cleveland. Unfortunately, Mr. What's his name? Allen Iverson could not. He actually, if we could be honest, he did not have the strongest playoffs, right? I mean, oh my gosh, look at that game from Embiid. He led the team in scoring a couple times, but he was just kind of in and out. Look at this. 15 points, 7 of 14. It's just not very efficient, which I guess, Allen Iverson's never been accused of being super efficient. Okay, this was year 3, so we have 2 more years to go. Hopefully AI can turn it around. Maybe we'll see some trades happen. We'll see if maybe we can get some new players in. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and sim to the start of season number 4. I will see you here in a second. Okay, we are back. Thankfully, Allen Iverson has moved up a little bit in overall, which is, makes sense because I don't really understand why he was going down when he is nearing his peak, his prime, I would guess, because 30 is your prime-ish. I mean, that's not exact, but I think it makes sense for him to be going up. We like to see that, so hopefully that continues and he can form a duo. Although Joel Embiid, of course, on the wrong side of 30 at this point, is now going down in overall just a bit because he's down to 95. I believe he was 97 last year, whereas AI went up from 92 to 94. I could be wrong. Unfortunately, James Harden is falling off a cliff, but he is still commanding a massive contract, so that's probably hurting a little bit. Also wild to see Tim Hardaway Jr. is 33 years old at this point. That makes me feel so old. Caris LeVert is also here. Luke Kennard is around. Royce O'Neal, sure. Devin Eubanks. But yeah, so this team is not great. Would love to see them. I mean, they lost quickly, so I guess that was a 1-year deal maybe. But unfortunately, not looking too good. Hopefully things change. We can look here and see if any players have moved around that are massive. There's a big one. Okay. Giannis has gone to New York City. And now Evan Mobley is a top, 6 player in the league. Sure, of course. No, is that 5? Evan Mobley, top 5 player in the league. I mean, top 7, I guess, if you want to count Ja and Jokic too. But that is, I don't get it. Okay, but sure. Like to see. So I was only paying attention there for a second. Okay. Let's see. Any other big changes here? Oh, like to see Jalen Green getting a lot better. That's good. Usually by this point, Seth leaves, so I'm surprised he's still Steph leaves, but he has not left Golden State. So maybe he's going to be a one-team player. That would be cool. Anthony Davis, of course, has left. Wow, I can't believe Anthony Davis seems so thin. He weighs 253. I guess he is 6'10", so I mean, maybe it makes sense. Okay, Donovan Mitchell has gone to LA Clippers. Let's see, anything else? We know about that. Josh Giddey. Oh, my heart. Oh, he stabbed me right in the heart. Josh Giddey went to Utah at 23 years young. Oh, you hate to see that if you're an OKC fan. And he's playing with Lonzo? How is Lonzo 90 overall? How does he keep going up? Come on. I say that when I was like getting mad that AI was going, oh my gosh. Holy crap, this Utah team, Josh Giddey, Lonzo, and Scoot all together. That could be, I mean, you could have, if you had Giddey move over and play the small forward, that is, he got some nasty handles on that team. But I don't know how much, oh my gosh, Scotty Barnes has gone to the Magic. All right, this is going to be a wild last year. They lost Franz Wagner, though. Anybody else? Brunson went to go to the T-Wolves, sure. Anything else I noticed? Not. Oh, Desmond Bain has left Memphis and joined Trae Young in Atlanta. Okay, fine. DeJounte Murray went out to the Lakers. Anything else? Oh, Lauri Markkanen has gone to play for Detroit. Okay, sure. Anybody else that's like, and they have Kessler. Oh, this Jazz team might be the team to beat, to be honest with you. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Colin Sexton's come and join OKC, sure. You know what they should do is they should get Sabonis back, am I right? Miles Turner's, he's a free agent for some reason. Can the who's it called? What are they? Oh my gosh. Also, Herbert Jones is a free agent. Why are all these players that are OJ Anunoby and Devin Vassell also free agents? Why are they not getting signed? Markel Fultz, David Mitchell, Sadiq Bey. Oh my God, all these players not signed. What are you doing if you are the 76ers? Sign these guys. You need them, okay? Oh, Lord. All right, I will see you at the end of the season. He's back. Mr. Darius Garland is again your MVP. Again, I do not quite understand how it's happening, but here it is. I mean, I understand how because you look at his stat line, 28.5 points and 12.5 boards or assists. So he's playing very well. Trenton Flowers, who cares? Oh my, okay. As a rookie, okay, sure. Mark Williams, Defensive Player of the Year, and Amen Thompson is your most improved. I believe his brother was most improved the year before, so that's interesting. Okay. Any of our guys making it? No. Allen Iverson does. He's back on the All-NBA list. He's second team this year. Good to see that. Very young list it's turning into. A lot of guys, of course, I mean, that makes sense, right? A lot of these guys have started to retire. So you got a lot of these young bloods up here. Joel Embiid does make All-NBA third team. Love to see that for us. AI's back on the All-Defensive first team again. No, okay, he does not make it there. Did they get any rookies? No. So I will say, hopefully they're good this year, because what I did do is I went and took control and got rid of James Harden so that they could sign some of those free agents. So hopefully they're a little bit better this year. It looks like they are not. Oh my God. Okay. Look, this team should be better. Look at them. Wait. Where's their point guard? Oh, no, they're playing because... Oh, so they should be playing Herb Jones. They should switch this. Herb Jones should be here. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I did not assume they would do this, but I mean, they have a lot of like 77 overall guys. I'm sure these guys are on way too big of contracts. Like, if we can look at Caleb Martin, what's his contract? Where's his? Can we not see it? Hello, where's your contract, sir? Where are you? Contract. Can you not see it? There it is. He's only at 2 million actually, so that's not that bad. Yeah, we got a lot of people on, like, are all these guys on the minimum? Is everyone on the minimum? Is this what the NBA is going to get to? Is we were paying Joel Embiid $50 million. We're paying AI $37 million, and then just everyone else is on minimum deals. I mean, sure. Why not? Okay, fine. All right, so can they make it out of the play-in? We're just going to sim through this quickly. Oh, my God. Okay, they did. They made it past Chicago. They're going to play Detroit in the first round, the number 1 seed Detroit. Who here's the secret to being good in 2K is you need a lot of young players. If you are bad now, then you can get all these guys on little contracts, and then even if the salary cap's on, you'll still be able to keep a lot of them around somehow. Because it's just, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just, they don't have anybody. Like, Cade is on 30 something million, right? And then everyone else is, I mean, look at that. Amen Thompson is still, he's 88 overall. He's on 4.7 mil. That is wild. Jaden Ivey, the same thing. I mean, he's 10 mil. He's about to hopefully get paid. But so many of the guys on our team, right? If you switch over, like 37, 54, are so much of our contract goes to them. And that is like literally like almost all of it. It's just, it's wild. Okay. And then Harden was 50 as well before we got rid of him. So anyways, let's sim through this. Can they win out? No. Okay, unsurprising. All right, we'll just sim through these playoffs. Again, they're just not in a good place, because, look at Josh Giddey. Okay, look, you leave OKC. I don't like that, but you're winning finals MVP, so that's good. Detroit didn't even make it. Come on, Detroit. What are you doing? All right, let's sim through this. It's going to be the Jazz. Josh Giddey is your finals MVP. I hope to see that one day, but for the Thunder, not the Jazz. Who do the Jazz have? Oh my God, look at this. See, this is what I mean. You just somehow, I don't understand it. Salary cap's on, and somehow teams just turn into super teams. And I don't really like, it's a very frustrating thing that I don't know how to exactly change. But if you have young players in the modern day, you automatically almost become good, it seems like. I mean, I guess maybe not automatically, because like Houston's still a 5 seed, right? And it's not like Utah had good players at the start. It's just that they got good players. Like San Antonio, they probably have, what is Wemby's contract? Is he on nothing? Wemby's on 10 mil. He's 91 overall. This is his second contract, right? He's not on his first contract still. Is he? He might be. De'Aaron Fox, 30. Okay, he's 37. So that's less annoying. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know how all these players just come and play for the same teams and why it happens, but that is 2K for you. So we're going to do one more season, and then we'll compare AI's careers in real life into this to see if he playing in the modern age that has helped his career in any way. I mean, obviously, like, he's a Hall of Fame player, probably one of the best. I mean, I would say worst case, one of the best 50 players, maybe you could go higher than that. I mean, he's very good, regardless of what this save shows us. But we're going to see if we can make him even better. I don't know if it's probably not going to happen, but for now, we'll see what we can do. So I'll see you at the start of the next season. All right, so here are the Philadelphia 76ers this year. AI is now the best player on the team. Makes sense considering that Joel Embiid is old and decrepit at 32 years old. 32 is not old and decrepit. That's a joke. They got Sadiq Bey. They got Moritz Wagner. Josh Hart. So they have some players, Joseph Nurkic, Dylan Brooks, okay, Darius Baisley. So a lot of like high 70 guys here. I mean, the floor of this team is not very low, so that's good. But you look around at some of the other teams, it's just not going to be good enough, I don't think. We'll see how it goes, but I just don't. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one. Any other big... Oh, my God. KD is gone. At 38 years old, KD has gone to go play in Sacramento with Wembanyama. That is stupid. It's really stupid. And Seth Curry's gone. Oh, my God. What? See, this is what I mean. What the heck? How can they afford a 1-year, $60 million deal for Steph Curry? What is Durant's 94. Oh my Lord. Okay, sure. I don't know what's happening. This is the salary cap just goes weird and things happen and you can't. I don't know. Let's just get this over with. This is why we only do 5 seasons usually, because if you do a bunch more, it just gets even more wacky. So we'll sim through the end of the season. Maybe the 76ers can do something. I don't know. Okay, Victor Wembanyama has more than arrived, but in this case, he is averaging 28 points, almost 13 boards, 2 blocks, shooting 41% from the field. Absolutely incredible for a man who is 7'4". Jalen, he's fake. Markelle Fultz is your 6th man of the year for Dallas. Wembanyama wins Defensive Player of the Year. Tyrese Proctor, most improved. And those guys, sure. Okay. Freaking Evan Mobley. Okay, anybody here? Allen Iverson makes 2nd team All-NBA. Good to see that. A lot of injuries here. Also, this guy, is he real? He must be. I don't think he's real. He's so young, he must not be real. He may be like a guy who's coming forward. Like he might. What I mean by that is that he might be drafted in the near future. I don't know his name though, so I could be wrong. Oh, I like that. Bilal Coulibaly, sorry, is all NBA 2nd team. I would have loved for the Thunder to have drafted him this year, but unfortunately it did not happen. No one else from the Sixers making the All-NBA team. Allen Iverson gets defensive team again. Unfortunate that it's very hard for guards to win Defensive Player of the Year, because he's been, I mean, if we look at his steal numbers, where do we go for that? Hello. Man, we are, okay, there we go. If we look at his steal numbers, I mean, he is, look at this. He had one down year, we had 2.2, but otherwise he's been 2.7 or above for almost every season. Scoring's down, I'll note, but again, all of his other numbers doing very well, so I don't know if that really matters too much. He's also shooting well from 3. This might be his 2nd best season of all time, so that's good. Like to see that. Turnover's not too high. Good there. Again, at the end of the season, end of this, we're going to compare him to his real-life numbers. Any 76ers here? No. Okay. Did the Sixers make the playoffs? They did. They're the 9 seed. The 9 seed. Okay. With the team they had, and they don't make it out of the playoffs. Oh, my God. Look at this team. They're not even that bad. They just don't have a good point guard. Oh, they had Emmanuel Quickly. Why is Kira Lewis starting? What? Why are we doing this to ourselves? We have better players that could be playing that position, and yet we just don't do it. That's so frustrating. Oh, what are they doing? Okay. Anyway, so they do not make it out of the play-in, so they will not, of course, win the title. Unfortunately, that, of course, means that there will be, oh, okay, this should be interesting. That Jazz team that's nasty, and then Giannis's New York. Can New York City get a title? That's, okay, we're rooting for New York in this. They're the underdogs. There we go. Come on, boys. Pick up a W here. Okay, nah, the dream might be over. It looks like the Jazz's talent are going to win out. Yeah, the Jazz are your champions. Giddey gets another Finals MVP, back-to-back wins for the Jazz. Okay, here's what we want to do. We want to go front office, roster, switch over to the 76ers. We're going to go into AI. And we're looking at his, first let's look at his like, what's it called? Award history. Okay, so in real life, Allen Iverson is a one-time MVP. That happened in 2001. It would have been, in this save, it would have been 2023. He did not make MVP. We can see that. It's obvious. Okay. In real life, Allen Iverson was a 11-time All-Star. Now, we only could do 5 seasons, and of those 5 seasons, he did make it 4 times. That's good. However, in real life, Allen Iverson was on the All-Star team for every season from 2000 to 2010. Now, I'm not sure if he maybe got hurt. Can we look at that really quickly and then come back? I think that season he was hurt. Man, why did they make these so far apart? It was this season that he didn't make the All-Star team, I believe. Was he injured? He was. Oh, I think it was this season when he was injured. So maybe that's the case. I'm not sure. Can't say for sure, obviously. Now here's where it gets a little bit more interesting. Okay, so Allen Iverson, in real life, All-NBA first team 3 times. Here he only makes it once. However, in real life, he only has 3 All-NBA second teams. In this, he's 4 times All-NBA second team. Now, of course, the first team is better. That's not hard. Of course, no one's going to argue that. However, him making it 4 times on the All-NBA second team, to me, could show that he's a little bit more, consistent, right? So, actually not really, because from this stage in his career, he was on the first team in 99, second team 2000, first team 2001, second team 2003 and 02 and 03, and then first team 2005. So he only missed the All-NBA team 1 time, and here he misses it twice. So I guess you would have to say he was better in the past. So I thought that wasn't true, but now I'm realizing it probably was true. Now here's the big difference, right? Is I can't find an all-defensive team thing for like a listing for him for that. So he may have never been on it, or maybe they didn't have it in the past. I'm not sure. He was the NBA steals leader from 2001 to 2003. In this, he made the all-defensive first team 4 times and the second team once. So he'd never miss the all-defensive team. So he was a very, very good defender, potentially better than he was in real life. But again, I can't find a thing showing whether he made the all-defensive team or not. Now, here's where things, to me, get a little bit more interesting, because obviously I think he was a better individual player because he was the only player in a lot of respects for Philly back in those days. And here he got to play with Embiid. He got to play with Harden. Granted, Harden was at the end of his career. He got to play with, who else? Some of the other guys, Sadiq Bey, some other like decent players. So his points per game obviously are way down. For instance, even in his first season where he averaged 28 points a game, which is great, in real life, this season was the season he averaged 31.1 points per game. So a 3-point difference per game is pretty big. It gets a little bit better. Well, yeah, about the same actually, because this season he's at 25. In real life, he was 27.6. This season he's 24. In real life, he was 26.4. Here he's 28. In real life, he was 30.7. Now here's where it gets really crazy, because in 2005-2006, which is the equivalent here, where he averaged 25.3, he averaged 33 points a game. And he played 72 games, so it wasn't like a short season. I will note that several of these seasons, like in 03, he only played 47 games. So kind of like him hitting those that might have been a lockout year, actually. I don't know for sure. I don't want to speak out of turn. But here's where things get a little bit more interesting, is him as a complete player, right? So let's look at rebounds, right? His highest rebound total ever in his career is 4.5 rebounds per game. That came in 2001, 2002. He was barely ever over 4 in his whole career. Actually, excuse me, I spoke out of turn in 98, 99. He averaged 4.9. I apologize, my bad. However, he usually is not above 4. Right here, 5.3, 5.6, 5.6, 6.7, 6.1. Now, keep in mind, this is the same as he was rated in 2K1. So it's the same rating. He's 90, whatever, 94, 95, whatever he was then in that version of the game. It's the same rating. So it's not, that would have been his MVP season. So we're going from that, and he stayed way better at rebounding. Now here's where things get very interesting, right? Again, as I said before, he never played with anybody else until he started playing with who? Carmelo Anthony, I think. If I could be wrong, maybe there's another player I'm missing. Like he played with Dikembe. He played with Kerry Kittles was on the Nets. I get those teams conflated, the Nets and the Sixers, because because those are the teams the Lakers stomped in the finals. But anyways, point being, the highest he ever averaged was 7.9, and that was in 04-05. So a bit later in his career, like that would have been here, right? I think maybe here, but so usually it's like, we're looking at assists of 4.6, 5.5, 5.5, 6.8, 7.9. Here, 7.9, 8.7, 7.9, 7.5, 8.5. So he is much, much better as a playmaker in the modern age than he was in the past. That, to me, makes him a better teammate. However, of course, they didn't win a championship, so I don't know. But, and then, of course, like you want to look at his steal numbers. In real life, right, as I said, he led the league in steals several times, 2.1, 2.5, 2.8, 2.7, 2.4, 2.4 here, relatively the same, 2.7, 2.7, 2.2, 2.9, 2.7. So he's probably up there in the league for steals, so that's good. And then finally, we can just look at kind of his shooting percentages. We'll go quick. It's not that big of a deal, right? He's right around, actually, I say he's right around, this is another thing I guess I should point to. My man in real life, he's hovering right around 42% from the field. Here he is shooting over 50 every single season, which is very good. From three, I don't think he took a lot of threes actually, to be honest, in real life. Around 4 a game, but he's around a 30% from three shooter. And here he's a little bit better most of the time, a little bit low here, but 35% or higher generally. He's about the same as a free throw shooter. So you can't really, that's not a big difference. Now here's the big difference, right, is the minutes per game. He played way less minutes, which probably helps his points, or probably hurts his points and other stats going down. But still, I think you can unequivocally say that Allen Iverson would have definitely been a great player regardless of era. But the era he played in allowed him to accumulate a lot more stats because he didn't, in terms of shooting or scoring, not shooting. And that largely is because of how many more minutes he was playing per game, right? Because in his MVP season, we'll just look at that, right? I'm trying to go quickly because I know this is probably getting long in the tooth, but in his MVP season, he averaged 42 minutes per game. And here the highest he ever averaged was 37, right? Which would have been that same, it's equivalent seasons. So taking 5 less minutes per game and still having pretty solid stats overall. I think that is, that kind of factors that out of the thing. Also, he's playing with a lot better players. Of course, no championship here. That's unfortunate. But I think you can say that Allen Iverson's game would have been very interesting to see in the modern era, just because would he have actually become this type of playmaker we see here? He obviously flashed it several times in real life, right? He flashed that he could have been a facilitator as well as a scorer. And with the spacing, playing with a really good big in Joel Embiid, I think that makes him a very interesting player. Again, I like doing this save because it was a very interesting place to put him with Embiid and with Harden at first. Of course, Harden left because he got old and we couldn't handle that contract. But I think the modern spacing suits his game a lot. It didn't really show it quite as much as we were hoping it would in this save. But I think the stats back it up that, he is the kind of player who he would have fit the modern era very well. I think he fit the past era just as well. But I think maybe his game translates a little bit better and turns him into more of a complete player. If he had played in, 2023 to 2027, I think we're in. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for now. So I will see you all next time. Bye.